Hello, my darlings. Back with just a little fun idea to play with. Sometimes you need something fun and meaningless to play with while you're tidying up your creative space and while you're pondering what you want to do next. So I wanted to share this idea with you. I had a little bit of a failure with the camera, but I explained the process, I think, all the way through. So stick around and keep watching. So I've got those two, and I've got another one there to play with. So, back in a tick. Right, my darlings. I sat down, put the camera on, and got stuck in playing with this new idea. And I've got demons in the machine because the video completely failed. And I don't have another bottle to recreate what I've just done. So, what I've got is just a temporary small tipped bottle, and in there I've mixed 1 part black acrylic paint to 2 parts just white school PVA. Mix that together. I've got watercolor paper here, which is I had this on offer 109 pardon me, 190 GSM watercolor paper, so not the super thick stuff, so we'll see what happens. And did some lines with delicate frog tape, and I've just squirted random lines of this on there. And the plan now is to leave this overnight to dry, and then come back first with watercolors, and then maybe other things, I don't know yet, and see what happens and what kind of results I can get. Just a fun idea to play with. And I'm quite excited. So, fingers crossed. And for you, I'll be back in a tick. Right, my darlings. So, I got my watercolor paints out. I'm very, very lucky. My son and his other half haven't long come back from a trip to Tokyo. And they brought me back a set of Japanese watercolor pans, and oh my word, they're absolutely brilliant. Laid out in the individual pans in the right order as you see them, and I've gone through and done my color chart on the inside of the lid of the box, and there was a separate little chart then. But the pigment in these is amazing, absolutely amazing. So what I've done, these have got to be set to the side a minute, out of the way, because I can't put the lid back properly on it until they've dried a bit. They're still very wet. So I've sat here, with my clean water and my dirty water. I'm not a watercolorist. I've been sitting here playing like a little 12-year-old. Happy days. So those 2 pieces then that you saw of, right, let's dry this off. It's wet on the table. Right, so those pieces, that piece and, oops, that, I got sewing pattern paper stuck to it, hold on. And that one, I've just experimented and thrown some watercolors down. That one then, where the pigment has gone on a little bit thicker, pardon me, has it dried all the way? It's almost dry, which means I've got to leave it for a bit before I can go in and have a play with my pens. So let's have a moment of truth on camera. Does the yellow delicate frog tape, and this is what I've used. Oops, oh, don't fall. There we go. This is what I've used, is the delicate frog tape, to see if it doesn't rip my watercolor paper. So moment of truth. Yes, it worked, and it didn't rip the paper. Because I've tried regular frog tape, and I've tried masking tape, but they rip the edges. But that's come away lovely and straight. Oh, let's hope every piece comes off like that. Off of that glue as well. Yes, looking good. It's not ripped the paper. Oh, a bit of that glue didn't want to come loose. That's okay, that's fixable. Not pleased with that. Oops. Don't rush. Yes, nice clean line. A little bit of bleed through on that side. Oh, it's just dried. It's fine. So, no, I'm curious about this idea. Because, of course, oh, that's ripped the paper a bit. Can you see? It's pulled a chunk of the paper away on that side. Why does it do that? And that wasn't that wet. Try this one. The other sheet that has the smaller squares got much wetter than this one did. The big blob of glue there. Yeah, my thinner bits, it's pulled off. There's a big piece there of that black acrylic glue mixture. That's going to have to get fiddled with to chop off, but that's fine because it was stuck. It was done on the tape. So these are going to go away to dry. Let's get these off. I remember which bit of tape I put on first. I think the middle ones went on first. See if I can get a clean pull. Come on. Nope. I'll try from the other side. That's better. Come on, please, please, please. Come away clean. Come in. It's like peeling tape when you've been painting as well in the house. You've got to work out the right sort of direction and tension to have on the tape to not take paint on the walls away, isn't it? Here we go. Oh, that one's starting to give. Just from the other side. Well, that bled under a bit, but it didn't take the paper up. Oh, that's leaving some behind. All right, let's see if we can get that off. That last little bit there. Maybe? No, it's left a bit of tape behind there. I can work on that later. Let's see if we can get the others off. And then I think the plan is I'm going to leave them. I'm procrastinating now and playing with watercolors when I'm supposed to be tidying up. The whole room needs a reset now. So, oh, it's coming. Is it going to come? Yes. So these can be set up overnight again, and I will go at them then with my paint pens. Well, that's not worked either. It's worked better than the green frog tape, and it's worked better than the masking tape. Oh, I can see what happened. That it's pulled that black paint glue mixture. That's why it's got a rip there. I could fix that with a black pen, though. And I was just really haphazardly squirting that on. But if you were a bit more methodical, I think, with applying that, and a bit thinner, because it was coming out in globs at one point. Definitely an idea, I think, that could be played with. I don't know, anybody else out there done this before? This would be a good idea to do with children as well, I think. To create like a background for a card or something, for sure. Or writing Mother's Day, Father's Day, write the word with this mixture, then go back and just go to town with watercolors. Because honestly, I thought the watercolors were covering all of it up. But once it's dried, the black kind of pops back through, so to speak. So that was a nice little bit of play. Oh, come on. I mean, is there such a thing as watercolor tape? Tape that's actually meant for watercolor paper? Oh, it's taking some of that black away again. Yeah, that's fine. First attempts and playing. So, very rudimentary, but I like it. I'm not big on color theory, something that I'm just playing with, but inspired to try. So I've got that one and that one. And as you said, when I slapped all these colors on there, you couldn't see that black at all. But sort of once it dried, and I guess the paper absorbed the water, and then the only failure I've had is down that one side, and you probably can't even tell, but it's actually taken the surface off the paper. But no, happy with that. So those are going to go dry, and then I will get some of my arty pens out and play. So for you, back in a tick. Right, my darlings, pop back on. I'm still in the process of tidying up this room. Oh, the space is, the creative process mess is real. But I've stopped for a few minutes to play with this. So from what you've just seen, all I've done is gone back with a Posca pen and just drawn a black outline around that. And already it's taken on some, like, purpose, having that outline around it where it was taken down. And that's the other piece, again with that black outline around. Now those Japanese watercolors, where it went down very, very thick, has stayed a little bit shiny. So, but it is dry. So I'm going to work with that now with a few of my other finer nibbed Poscas. And I've also got some, what are they called? The Uni, something they're called. Yeah, the Uni pens. I've got a selection of those in there that I'm going to work with. So, watch this space. Back and check. Right, my darlings, nearly there tidying this space up. I'll pop back on to show. I've had a little bit of a play. And I've also had a new camera. So I'm curious to see the results. So let's see if I can focus in. So all I've done is gone back with my pens, sitting here doodling, and just filled in areas with some detail. And honestly, I'm not done with them. I am going to carry on a bit. And then on that smaller one, I sort of started on one there. Just adding some wiggly lines and details. And if you get blooms in your watercolors, it's quite nice to outline them a little bit. And then go back and add some thinner lines. So, no, just a simple idea using white PVA and black acrylic paint. So I do believe I say at the beginning it was 2 parts white PVA to 1 part black acrylic. Now I tried to mix it in the bottle with the end of a paintbrush, and it seems to have worked all right. So that's going away to future use. And then once I get all these doodled to my satisfaction, while I'm sitting waiting on other things to happen, or procrastinating, tidying up this room, and I'll cut them up then and put them in my sort of stash of collage materials that I've got in a drawer next to me. So that's all from me. I hope you have a little bit of inspiration to have a go. This was quite fun and easy. First time doing this, but I think this would be a nice activity to do with little ones as well. To create, cards and things. It's so simple. Just go to town, squeeze in some random shapes, or writing a word with this, and then go to town with your watercolors on top once it's dry. So, thank you, my darlings, and hope to see you back again soon. Bye for now.